In today's weekly money guide, I'm going to explain how you can take advantage of this week's money bonuses in the best and most efficient way possible. This week we have a really good way to make money in not a lot of time, as well as some other good things that you can take advantage of. If you enjoyed this video or you learned something, if you could drop a like and subscribe, that would help me out a ton. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the money bonuses of the week. The best money bonus by far this week is going to be the double money on auto shop contracts, and as somebody that has never really loved these, when they're on double money, they are seriously one of, if not the best ways to make money in GTA Online. Now, not every auto shop contract is created equal. One is going to pay way more and the rest are going to pay way less. There are 8 different auto shop contracts in total. However, the one we're going to focus on today will be the highest paying contract, of course. Now, unfortunately, these contracts come randomly in sets of 3s. However, you can cycle the available contracts by simply starting one and leaving the auto shop and then calling Sasanta and canceling the job with your phone. When you re-enter the auto shop, you will have a new set of contracts available to you. Now, you might have to do this a few times to get the right contract on the board, which is of course going to be the Union Depository contract, which will pay you $540,000 upon completion. It says $600,000 on the sheet, but it's not actually going to pay you that much. And the great part is this is going to take you roughly 20 minutes, likely even less if you've done it a few times. Now, once you select the Union Depository contract, begin with the elevator key setup mission. It's very easy to go and take out the guards and the guy holding the key. Then you're going to go to the garage and take out some more guards. Then take the baller to one of the drop-off locations, and this is where you're going to actually be running to in the auto shop contract. So honestly, any of them work, but I chose the Arcadius location for this gameplay here. I think that the better location probably is the one to the east of the Union Depository. Next up, for the vault code setup, you're going to be heading to LSIA to steal a police Maverick, which you'll then take to the Union Depository parking lot to scan cars to find the bank manager's car. Then you're going to tail the manager to the Gentry Manor in Vinewood to catch him cheating on his wife and compromise him to get the vault code. Real ethical. Now, once those two setups are done, you're going to be starting the actual contract, where you'll have to pick an LS Tuner's car and drop it off near the security vehicle's location, where you're then going to take the security car into the bank to go and steal the gold. Now, once you've stolen the gold, go for headshots on the LSPD and Noose guys. They'll get taken out in one shot really easily, no matter what gun you have, pretty much. Then you're going to go to your car and escape the police. Now, the cops in this mission are pretty easy to get away from, during the contract especially, but if you need to go underground, it's not a bad idea to just lose them super quickly. Then you're simply going to go to the drop-off and get paid your $540,000. I've seen people do this in as little as 13 minutes. There's some questionable stuff they have to do in order to get that time, but that would mean technically you could probably get at least 3 of these, maybe even 4 of them done per hour, which would result in about $2 million an hour. So you could scale this up pretty good. But this is definitely one of the best ways to make money in GTA Online when it's on bonus money. And if you run this back a few times, you're going to get better and better at it, and therefore be able to complete it faster. So hopefully you guys can do that, and hopefully you can get closer to making that $1.5 million an hour or so. Now, alternatively, this week we have a couple of other good ways to make money, including the weekly challenge, which is going to be to win 2 LS Car Meet Series races. And for doing that, you're going to receive a bonus $100,000. Additionally, those races themselves are on double money and double RP, meaning that they'll pay fairly good themselves as well. Plus, you'll also level up really quickly in the LS Car Meet because rep is on 5 times bonus. So if you're trying to get the trade prices for some of the cars from the Tuners DLC, now would be a really good time to do anything that's going to get you LS Car Meet rep, because you're going to get 5 times as much as you normally would. The Junk Energy and RC Bandito time trials are also on double money this week, and they're going to pay you $100,000 for each one that you complete. Now, my advice here is to do the Junk Energy time trials, as they're fairly easy to complete. However, the RC Bandito time trials are a bit of a different story. They are significantly harder to complete than any other time trial type in GTA Online. So if you do decide to go for it, just be prepared to fail a few times until you get the hang of them, because these are generally really difficult. Now, additionally, of course, we have the HSW time trial this week, which should pay $250,000 upon completion. However, I've been told a few times in my comments that people were still getting the $750,000 because of the triple money event that was on last week with the HSW time trial, but in my experience, that did not happen. Now, to complete this HSW time trial, you're going to need something fairly quick like a Banshee GTS or Hakuchi Drag, and just simply follow the route that I take in the background gameplay here. You're going to be heading through the middle of the city and over the sewer all the way to the easternmost road in Los Santos. Then you can take a right and follow that road to the factory, where you're going to reach the end of the time trial and get $250,000. This one is nice and easy. Just watch out for cars crossing all the intersections and you should be fine. Additionally, we also have a claimable vehicle in the salvage yard this week. It's the Obey Omnis, and you can get it by completing the Gangbanger robbery. Now, the Omnis is a free vehicle for a lot of players, so getting it for free again isn't exactly super enticing for a lot of people, but it is a decent little car, and if you've never had one, this is definitely a good way to try it out. Additionally, some people told me that their salvage yard cars were still on double money like they were last week, but in my experience, again, that wasn't a thing, but maybe it will be for you. I don't know, so check that out. Now, unfortunately, other than those things that we went over, there's not actually that much going on this week in GTA Online that you can take advantage of as far as bonus money goes. So, as usual, what I would advise you to do is to run your CEO cargo warehouse with technicians and keep your businesses full. Do the stash house every day and make money that way. If nothing else that we've gone over in this video piques your interest. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope the video helped you out. If so, consider dropping a like and subscribing if you guys are new. I will see you all in the next one. Till then, take care. Peace.